name is Carla Piacher, and I want to tell you a little bit about my story and success with the Pensacola Network. About a year ago, maybe over a year ago, I was fortunate to come to the network and socialize and meet business people, professional people in our community, as well as meet an influential person in our community by the name of Quinn Studer. Because I was here and able to communicate with Quinn Studer, I was able to also get a job at Studer Group. And Studer Group definitely is growing in our community and has a lot of impact in the country, not only the country, but the world. And if you don't know about Studer Group, it's definitely a healthcare consultation company. It drives better healthcare, and it definitely drives employment engagement. And I do that every day, and I found a new passion because of being at Studer Group. That's a part of my success with the Pensacola Network. I would like to thank Lloyd and Robin Richard for giving me the opportunity in the community to be able to come here and socialize with professionals in the community, be able to get more embedded in our community. It's just an awesome thing. Don't miss it.
Please keep that in your hand. Please keep that in your hand. No, bring it back. Please keep that in your hand. Yes.
We love our sponsors.
No. What church do you go to? What church? St. Joseph? Where's Harry? What church y'all go to? St. Joseph? Allen Chapel. Oh, it would be Allen Chapel. Yeah. I'm gonna tell Brother Freddie to tell us right there. Don't turn the can around. I'm just saying.
I just wanted that gin and juice like a Snoop Dogg. Gin and juice in there.
Listen, we get all that. Hold on a second. We get all of that. Man, we were good too. Right here. All right, it's on. Don't hit it. It's on. Okay, we gotta do that all over again.
Oh, no, I'll skip that.
No, we can't. Because I gotta this is my friend. Hold that Buzz Light back up, bro. This is Communion Friday.
Buzz Light, the beer for kids.
I have some innocent Nisi juice here. Hey y'all, welcome to the Pensacola Network. That applause, but Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Y'all look good. I'm just saying, y'all look good. You looking especially nice, Brian.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Harry told me to say that. Harry told me to say that.
I took my wardrobe for me, sure about mine and everything. So.
She did. How's the end of your year?
It was amazing. I mean, I can't believe it's 2023. And I'm so happy the year came around, a great holiday break. It's good to be on that COVID type stage, hopefully some, where everyone gets back to normal again. So I'm very happy.
What did you get for Christmas? I have to ask.
Keep playing. I got a wonderful detailing job for my car, my lovely wife.
Is that code for something? Detailing job? Is that Larry? Do you know? I'm just asking. Is that Larry who married a long time?
It's code for my car is very messy and I take care of it. And my lovely wife helps to influence me to take care of it. So I'm looking forward to the presentation.
Hey, on camera, don't try to okay, come on. What else you did?
Oh gosh. Got some great gifts for my kids. Got this calendar. Every year my daughter makes this calendar for me with pictures of the whole entire previous year, so I can see it every year. That's something very special. We got some shoes for my other daughter. My son Steven helped us find an office gear. And Harry gave me another gift as well too. I think time to detail and some little cute things that she gave me. So it was a wonderful holiday. How about yourself?
I got some shoes.
Shoes? You got lots of shoes, right?
And I got to do the dishes. So
you got to talk to me.
I found this is not a commercial, but I did get my first pair of Birkenstock. I know this is not again. I am at that age that I need comfort, but Birkenstock came out with a gorgeous pair of shoes. This is not a commercial for them. But now, before, you wore Birkenstock, you look like a certain kind of something like,
I understand.
you belong in the over 80 category or something. So yes, they make it very passion forward. So
that was a gift from Lloyd?
That was a gift from Lloyd. Yes,
good job.
Exactly which pair to buy. Yes. That's what?
Valentine's Day.
What did I get for Valentine's?
What do you do on Valentine's Day? Lloyd and Rod?
See, I was trying to see, we're going to a conference.
Ooh. Oh, that's
No, it's not a ooh, we're going to a tech conference, y'all. It's not a.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Look at Larry. Larry's at a big conference.
yeah, I'm gonna talk to your wife. This is not a romantic thing, yes, we're going to a tech conference.
Where?
In Tampa, yes, that will be the saving grace. We can go back to Ybor City, yes, that will be the saving grace.
Yeah, we had this discussion, I think, me and Lloyd, because we're going to go see Will Allen on Valentine's Day in Montgomery, so we got to go to see Birmingham. Okay.
Yep. I just got to see the brothers on the down. I'm coming out right. We got to see the chickens. I got to see the chickens. Yeah, so Valentine's Day, yes, I will be working.
How many days you guys going to be there?
I don't know, it doesn't matter, I'm gonna be working, it doesn't matter.
A little bit of fun, too. A little bit of fun, too.
Yeah.
We just get some restaurants, go to some places to visit while you're
Handing out
down there.
candy to the people
Right.
at the tech conference. Y'all help me, I don't know if anybody wants to have some talk, Ty, have some talk to my baby. I can't, no, you can't talk to him.
Harbor Island.
Huh?
Harbor Island.
Harbor Island, is that another tech conference place?
No, it's in Tampa.
Is it Tampa, is it a resort, a spa?
I think I sent you the information about Burns Steakhouse and Colombian Restaurant.
They had a great dessert.
Oh, yeah, we're getting Columbia,
Okay.
yeah, I think we went there and tried to look good, but they like, y'all too old, get out.
Oh.
Yeah, no. I want like a trip, hint to like, Hawaii or, I don't know, even Cantona, let me go to Cantona. Just go somewhere.
Paris, Texas.
Vacation.
Rome, Georgia.
Moscow, Arkansas, let's go somewhere, Kansas,
So Dallas is our spot. St. Pete Beach, Dallas is our spot for Hawaii.
Yeah.
Me and Mary will chip in some free slippers for you.
That's really
I think we need to move on. I think I'm getting like, yeah. It's still compared to work, so I don't know how we're doing here.
One thing I recommend, you got this since it's New Year's, so I got to get for you.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, is that why I got my hair up today?
Yeah,
That's why.
I'm choosing that for Paris.
Okay. Oh.
It's New Year, you know.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. I guess we are.
Happy New Year, 2023. Good job.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you.
Take it off.
It is kind of cute, but I don't know anything, but it's kind of cute. Okay, all right.
I'll give a little Dove Scout. You can have that, you know.
I was going to say that too.
I'm sorry.
You tilted, like look at Ty's head. You tilted. You get so away. I'm just saying. Can we? Anyway. I don't know. Okay, does it? I don't know. How does it look? How does it Angie? No. Yeah. Y'all just you special guest. You supposed to. Okay, so let's talk about our sponsors. Thank you to Pensacola Network. This is we're going to our 10th year. Can you believe that?
I believe it all.
Yes. We started this when I was 15, the boy was still 70, so I've been doing this a long time. And thank you for being, because you were right there at the beginning. The Gulf Coast Chamber, or Minority Chamber of Commerce was right there. You came in after.
Well, you said 10 years ago, that's exactly when we came back to Pensacola. We were in Tampa. This is one of the first things we did in town. Harriet came here and she came as far as she met people, and it really kickstarted everything we did in town by coming here and meeting you guys. And you guys are so friendly and welcome back to the community. So we thank you guys for 10 years of helping us work.
So you told me to vacation.
I told you that.
Okay, we'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later. And so this amazing facility, so we thank the Village Square, Eddie, Todd, and all the amazing people who are Village Square, and all the tenants and stuff who are here, who was, the last 10 years.
You know the person who can't set up things that anybody else, that Reverend Powell. He's just amazing.
Reverend Don Powell has been here with us for 10 years as well. We are so excited. He's been our partner, our nonprofit partner, so it's been really cool.
Yeah, we had an event there last night, and Reverend Powell was there, setting everything up with Larry Brooks and Bridget Brooks and their company, and Reverend Powell is always there for you. So thank you, Reverend Powell.
Yeah, y'all give Reverend Powell a hand. Look at him up there. Y'all know youth.org. He is doing the fundraiser for his building, the campaign for the Belmont building, the Belmont Cultural Center, that historic piece landmark that Florida has recognized as one of the 10 places to save, one of the 10 historic places to save in Florida, and so he's doing that campaign. So truthforyouth.org, he'll take cash, check, Venmo, Venmo, we don't know all of those. We're going to need to set up on Facebook and all of that, so make sure to go to that too. What y'all coming up in the chamber?
Mainly, we got some events. We're trying to partner with other events. We're working on some dates right now in the future. We're working on with Florida Power and Light. We got some things we're working on with David from Legacy Media Group. We're going to bring some captions some dates. So we're finalizing some dates and we'll have them out soon.
So at monthly meetings, you have a regular.
No, I'm starting that back up again. We kind of take a breather from that, and we'll start back up again, probably in February or March.
So thank y'all for coming. We have at least 120, 200 people in here?
At least.
I wasn't a math major in college. So if you are one of our first time visitors, please stand. First timers?
What do you call the first time visitors?
Stand first so we don't shine away. Nobody's first time? First time, you gotta stand up. You gotta stand up. You gotta stand up. We call you our virgin, so let's all go to our virgin. Sit down when they like church, you ain't gotta say that. We couldn't do this without people telling other people about this. And even through the pandemic, and we're, rallying like a lot of people to come back and come back strong. And so we thank Chris Hendricks with Bantucola, Vernon Watson, WQP TV, streaming, and so we just, and thank you, Gulf Coast Minority Chamber of Commerce. You stepped in with me to be a partner when my husband put me down, so thank you. There to let me borrow him with all his corny jokes and hats.
This is my most fun of the week. It's that joke time. This is good.
You got a damn joke before I kick you off. I'm saying so I can kick you off. Terry's up there.
Still a little early. I can't No, I'll skip right now. I'm sorry. A little bit.
Okay, all right. Any other announcements before we go? Anybody got anything going? Let me just, we were both at the release party, the CD, the music release party for Warzone Music. Ty Jones, Warzone Music. So we heard 3 incredible artists there, which was Faith. I remember she sang like me. Lord have mercy. She did, yes. In the shower, in my mind. And then what was the other young gentleman? Zeno. Yep, Zeno was amazing, and then Ty just brought it up. It was such an amazing night. It was just, I felt like we were like in Hollywood, Molina or somewhere. I mean, it was so exciting.
And I never heard Ty sing before. Now he just blew me away when he got up there and started performing himself. I know he has great talent, and Zeno, I tell you, it's like straight out of like Hollywood or New York. I mean, I was just blown away. So you get a chance to Warzone Music, release part that artists have are amazing. It's a great job. I helped them bring that to our community.
Yeah. So I was, Ty's all like, all this and straight and all this. He came out, we was talking about like Method Man. He came out like, what's the man that came out all wrong, didn't he?
Method Man.
Method Man. You kind of old and crying.
I'm getting there.
I'm talking about it like me.
My cat's kind of my brain, but the Ty came out like that. And his words have such powerful religious meaning to them, which is really great. It's hard to mix rap with really good religious things that carry through and it's powerful.
Yeah, they were. We understand each song was written by you and Faith and Zeno. So the songwriters, Todd and I were talking about text about the upcoming Emerald Coast Songwriters Workshop. So it's really important to continue to have this artistry done, especially here locally.
It is.
Just like you're talking about that, yeah, the Gulf Coast has so much talent, so much amazing talent, yeah. Do you want to bust down that song, or?
Oh, definitely not. I'm definitely not a singer. Your answer is bad. It's real bad. It's real bad.
Well, let's give away a door prize if you're not gonna,
Now, I will be a background singer for you, though. You want to lead.
I do Proud Mary. Yes, when you're good and drunk, and I mean that, I don't mean it any other way. You have to be good and drunk, not me. You have to be good and drunk so that you can,
Oh my gosh.
appreciate it. Yes.
I've got a shaker from Margarita.
I know, right? I know, right?
Was it Bill shake? It's working. It works on crossbow cards.
Let's get here. Pull out, what we have, two?
Looking at that.
Okay, let's do two then. Let's do one more. One more. Macu, our special guest, thank you. All right, first prize goes to, Asabi Angie. Angie, that's fine. And then, our next one is to Deanna to the Bendu Institute. Come on up, come on back, come on down. Come on down. Ryan, if you will stay right there.
I have one more. This
Let's pull one more then. So let me get Larry to here, Deanna, you're here. You can go ahead and pull.
This is football season. This is some Hungry Farm snack for football season.
Go Saints. Words on music.
Oh, Warzone music. Come on, Tyler, we gotta get a picture here. Hold the gifts up there.
Bro.
Nice.
Who gave
Who
the
that
gifts?
free?
Who gave the gifts?
So we have some chocolate in there from, this is from Rita, who's volunteering over here from her granddaughter at Pensacola Christian Academy. All the calories are taken out. All the calories out. And you know, we got this from, from the Gulf Coast Minority Chamber of Commerce. We left the calories in there because you're gonna need them for football season. And then,
For the new mom, got some sugar,
Yeah.
chocolate, some wine.
oh, this is from the
What's
book.
that? Yeah, what's
Come on, you gotta come in
We got
first.
chocolate for you, a flashlight, a Home Depot gift card.
What? Right here. Nice. Yes, you are.
We're changing it.
I think we got it, yeah, we got it. Okay, yeah, we got it. Thank you, Claire.
There it is.
Thank you.
We should put our name in.
Yeah.
Ryan. Like, I'm just saying. I'm redoing the deck, I need some deck screws, so I'm just saying. And some joint hangers. Well, I need them for in the morning,
Oh,
but
in the
you know,
morning, okay.
I'm just saying.
You have to put the show on it.
Put the show on in the morning, yeah, there you go. Well, any other announcements, any other things you want?
And Andy, thank you, Andy, at all?
I just have something coming up in March.
Come on up, Andy. Well, I'm gonna set this up.
And so busy, I know she has something going on.
I know. I'll never sit on the mic.
Hi, everybody. So my name is Angie West Robinson. I'm the founder and owner of Asabi Birth Services. So I'm a certified wellness coach. I'm a birth doula, and I also do maternity Reiki. So my company right now is starting this year doing certification of other young women who want to become doulas or birth runners. So we're going to be at the Macu Institute March the 3rd and the 4th for our first training. March 3rd and 4th.
You have cards?
I do, yes. Yeah.
Larry, do you know something about birthing things you're planning here soon? Or what? I gotta call Bridget to the one.
You call it science.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Andy. It's so exciting to have, Andy, you're not a new business, but you're new to the neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
So you know Andy from had been with the African American Heritage Society, and she is all about community, so it's really exciting to partner with her to have the right human. I should take this out.
I just realized, I'm looking at you like, I look the same way, so I just realized that.
I can take a hint. Well, I'm gonna put you on stage.
All
You're right, y'all give Brian a hand.
right.
Oh, you want, wait a minute. If you need to edit that, you know, go right ahead. I'm just saying, can you set that over there for me, please? If you need to edit that, that's all right, that's all right. All right, y'all ready? Y'all know we ain't got no money for production stuff, so, you know, come on strong when this comes. All right, well, welcome to the, first 2023 Pensacola Network Show. We ain't got open money yet, because when we get it, we gonna be prepared. All right, we gonna be ready, so our audience knows. So I'm so excited, to have this conversation with you, and thank you again to Brian for, making the connection. One of my loves, a lot of people know what my love is reading, and one of my favorite spaces in our house is the library. And so, but if you came in the library, I went to a couple of years ago, you would know that it was like this kind of place where if you came into that door, you knew that you loved us, because you had to come in and then just kind of make it like a rat trail, you know, through. It's like if you came in that door, you knew you loved us, because what you would get was not a library. You never could tell. And so the pandemic provided an opportunity for me to clean, to really to kind of look at what it was. And so I sent the picture to one of my girlfriends, and she said, "Oh, did y'all add on to the house?" It really did look like. And I think even more, it's just like the house looks bigger, because I organized it, and it took me a minute. It took me a long minute to do, but it was so free to do. So I'm really excited to have this conversation with you, because it is it's a bad habit I had. I'm doing that. I'm not gonna blame the husband, you don't have to, this is. But it's a bad habit. But it was normal. So I'm really excited to have you. So my special guest is Macu Mateo, who is the owner, is a professional organizer and the owner of Reset Home. So please welcome Macu Mateo. And she is also the co-director for the newly formed Military Spouses Chamber of Commerce. Okay, we'll talk about that a little bit. But please again welcome Macu Mateo. Yeah. We're going to do a little bit different than we normally do, and they'll be able to see it on the TV screen as well. She has a presentation that we do. So we're going to be talking about organizing your space. And I like that a lot of your bio also talks about the mental health aspect of organizing, because it really is this kind of behavioral challenge.
Yes, it's completely, like, for a physical space, completely how it feels within you. So it affects mental health.
So were you that child in school that like all your crayons were straight and you knew where your scissors were, when the teacher said get a pencil, you knew where it was?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. How many of y'all were mad at students like that? Just me, yeah, a few of us, yeah.
Even my playtime for me was just organizing my tools. I didn't really play. Like, it was just like figuring it out, organizing everything, put it back. I said, hello.
So to you, that's whoever sang that song, you were born this way.
Yes. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know.
So how did you come to, not necessarily the business, but what in your childhood kind of got you into organizing?
So, well, I come from a big family. We're 8 siblings, and I'm one of the youngest, and we all have to, continue with chores and stuff. And my parents told, like, I had a skill for organizing, and I was like, okay, Macu, this is for chores. You're gonna organize do the closet, we're gonna organize the kitchen cabinets, and they, once you're good at something, that's what you're gonna do. So that was like my parents always like, okay, you organize, and growing up, that was my thing. I love doing it, and I also I spouse and coach so much. I'm a mother of three, and so with all that experience, I thought like, hey, this can help other people too. So.
But did that carry on from your childhood into school? You talked about you like crayons, I was expecting you to say no. It's all good, it's all good. So did that carry on to you school and post school and into your professional life?
Definitely, yeah. It's something, I mean, it's a skill that I have, that I was born with it. My head just works that way. So, I use it every single time over and over.
So every morning your bed was made?
Yes.
I give you the side, I don't say nothing, okay?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. You didn't just throw your covers over and then just make it look like you really made your bed in your home.
Yes, I do that.
So
Yeah.
you still do?
I do every single day, yes.
Okay, all
Yeah,
right.
it's just like set your day, like when you make your bed, and when you wake up, just make your bed.
You already psychoanalyzing me?
No, that's not
I'm
my
feeling something here. So then it carries on, and then, so you were from originally
Spain.
from Spain. So did you see people around you doing that as well in your community? Was it this kind of standard thing? Was it cultural or?
Well, in Spain, houses are smaller than here. So we do have to create ways to fit more things in less amount of space. So yeah, people can get a little more creative, but it just depends on your skills. Like if you're a messy person, your house is gonna be probably a little messy.
Doesn't matter which culture you come from, which country.
Yeah, the only difference is like in Spain, we don't have as much of like Wi-Fi as American culture. So we're like more of like things that are valuable, things that make sense to have, to use, so we are rather more thoughtful on what we bring into the house.
Y'all have 12 a.m. infomercials and stuff?
No.
Bye. So then let's talk about how you decided to do the business and what did that look like? What was your thought process in doing this?
Well, I started the business when I just had my turkey. I had an infant, 2 toddlers in the house, COVID, my husband started working, kids didn't have school, so I thought like, hey, let's start a business. In all those conditions. So it was a little rough in the beginning, but it was something that I thought like I have a passion for it. I'm good at it, and I know I can help people like accomplish that. Organization at home, helping them with their routines and everything.
Had you been doing it with your friends or with your circle, helping them
Yes.
as well?
But not only this past 2 years for the business, but I've been doing it my entire life. Like I go to a sister house and like, please can you organize my closet? I just go there and organize their closet. So yeah.
Okay. So you have a presentation, and we'll move along to presentations. I have a ton of questions, but I want to make sure that we get. So let's go ahead and
Okay.
Yeah.
Presentation.
So as I said, you already presented myself, but I was born in Spain, married a military guy, had 3 kids, and we've been living here in Pensacola for 4 years. And 2 years ago when I started my business, and I tell a little bit what we do, what I do in with Reset Home. It's organizing. We offer commercial organizing services to families especially, and individuals like just looking to like they're so overwhelmed with their lives and just want to simplify their routines, their lives, and kind of bring it down to like what's essential, right?
And when you were talking space, this could also be a professional space too, right? So because a lot of us live where we work. So, I mean, not just to work from home, but then you find yourself working 10, 12 hours in that space, yeah.
Yeah, so especially since COVID, like a lot of people like had to have an office at home, right? And a lot of people didn't know how to create that workspace even in their home. And then they were just blending in family time with work time. So it was like, it was hard for a lot of people to find, that space. And it can get overwhelming and, work sometimes can, papers and such, and then like all of a sudden you have your whole home flooded with work things, or the other way around. So, separating that, it's a very good thing.
But even, I'm saying, even your workspace, so even in an office building or something like that, it can get very cluttered and disorganized.
Definitely, and especially if you receive clients to your office, it can tell a lot about who you are, what kind of business person you are. If you have your space disorganized, that's really good for somebody that's just coming into, our services and stuff.
Yeah, they get a mental picture, talking about that mentality, or they get the mental health, they get a mental picture that maybe you're not as organized or as ready to go, ready to receive ideas to solve clutter. Yeah. But somebody, wasn't that old joke, if you have a clean desk, is a cluttered mind? Cluttered desk is a clean mind.
Do you think so?
No, I'm not saying that. No.
Yeah, no, I think, what sometimes, what you show is what you have inside, right? So, sometimes it don't work the other way around, where like you have a clean space, but you're trying to just figure out your priorities. That is okay too, but it's definitely when somebody has their space disorganized, doesn't have a good feeling for somebody that's looking from outside, right?
Whether it's at home or whether it's at the office.
Exactly.
Okay, all right, yeah.
So, some of the services that we offer are organizing, obviously, decluttering, which is very, very important when it comes to organizing, because you cannot organize clutter,
Yeah.
right? Like, you have to, remove all that essence of clutter to actually see what is essential in that space, right?
So our old pastor used to say, that the first thing you do when you remodel a house is bring a dumpster in, right? So that's the first thing you see is you want to start taking out the whole thing. So why do we get, psychoanalyzed? I know you're not a psychologist, you put it on TV, but I wonder why we get so emotionally attached to those things. This is from my second grade. This is the drawing from my second grade, or this is I made this vest in the second grade, or whatever. Why do we get attached to those things?
Well, because that's who we are. Like we attach that memory, that feeling to that thing, specific item, and then we think that by getting rid of that item, we get rid of the memories and the feelings we have towards either that specific moment of that person. So I tell a lot of my clients, I tell them that doesn't mean, this is just taking physical space.
Yeah, that memory is still there.
The memory is still there. That person, that thing that you have towards that person is still there. That doesn't mean that you don't care about them, that you're not forget about that moment, that you can't move forward and you keep holding on to all these physical things. You still have that within you. Those feelings, those moments, but things, items, physical things kind of.
So have y'all seen that show Hoarders?
Yes.
Yeah, so they often talk about that something has triggered that hoarding spree or hoarding habit, and it's generally the loss of something, and it could be the loss of a child, unfortunately, the loss of a spouse, and that triggers it so that they attach that, so they think if I carry this, if I throw away this receipt, then I'm throwing away my spouse, or throwing away my child, or something like that, and it becomes that habit that is.
So there's a lot of mental work going on, especially in important cases, that they need to be handled by a mental health professional, because, you kind of just organize their space, that if you don't work here, then it's gonna come back to where it was.
Organize the mind, just like you're organizing the space.
Yes.
Okay, all right, I'll let you go and look at that.
That's right. So, another things that we do is space planning, downsizing, especially empty nesters, downsizing, unpacking too. You just got into the house, you have to figure out a lot of things when it comes to a house, right? We do pre-move edit. So, if you're gonna move to a house, why are you gonna move all this clutter from one house to another? That takes a lot of time, a lot of money as well, it's expensive. So before you even pack, do a good edit, remove all the clutter, remove things that you don't need anymore, and then you can say to the new house.
Especially if you're downsizing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really important, yeah. Everything's may have value, but everything's not important to move.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. And, I do also staging.
Something, can y'all see? It's not,
Right.
no, there we go, okay, all right.
And, another thing is staging too, you know.
Oh, for realtors, huh?
Yes, so like if you're about to get the house listed and, you know, for you might look fine, it's your house, right? But like for a buyer, you know, you want something to like come to your eyes, pleasantly to your eyes, right? So if we're taking pictures, definitely have somebody just, you know, or like yourself can do it too, like everything that is on surfaces and such, like visual clutter is a thing, right? So like removing all that visual clutter, it helps the house get so faster for higher price.
Okay. And there are businesses around that, but I really do love Architectural Digest. And so it is amazing to me how you don't even see cords, you know, like there's a lamp, there's no cord. So can you do too much? I mean, in terms of trying to make you, no offense, Todd, make yourself look like the Joneses, you know?
Yeah.
You know, like I want the house to look just like Architectural Digest.
I mean, like you gotta be realistic with that. You still live in the house, you know. So like it's just make it a little nicer, you know. For somebody, we just neutralize everything, just like depersonalize the home, so like a potential buyer can see themselves living in that house.
Oh, yeah, especially in the African American community. I know there was a deal, and Larry could probably speak to that, and Bridget could probably speak to that, where that when they put pictures of African Americans up, then the house would be listed for, or not listed, but would be valued for less.
Yes.
And so you have this whole idea, not this whole idea, but you have this racism deal going on.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, but now you're saying to not put any personal license.
Exactly. And no pictures, no personal items, just a home that you see in the magazines, right? Or these shows that it just looks too perfect to be true, right? So that's what we're trying to do, to make the house like neutral, so anybody can see themselves in the house. This is just a visual of, you know, things that I do. That was a before and after of.
Look, my husband, that baby, look at this. I'm just saying.
It's you know, just looking at the picture, you can tell on the right that it's a lot easier to find any clothing. You know, because of clothing that, hey, I want to wear a white shirt. There you go. You know, shoes and everything on the left side. You have to spend at least 2 minutes to find something there.
Guilty.
Yeah. So having it saves time, it saves headaches for sure, and just make it a little more, you know, organized.
But it does even look like you can let your clothes breathe there too.
Yes.
A lot of clothes are natural fabric, so you just have the closet.
Yeah. So what's organizing? Organizing is just making things beautiful and functional. So you want your home to, you know, it's so what to make it pretty, right? You want something pleasant to the eye, right? But it has to be functional, because if you just make it pretty, but it takes you 15 minutes to get to the thing that you want to get, then that is not functional. So things that you use more often should be more accessible, and then things that are like once a week or once a month, and it can be put away somehow.
Especially for me, one of the things that really helped during the pandemic was organizing, and I got a lot of baskets to put things away that we weren't using. So, you know, the hand blender and things like that, plus the coffee grinder and things like that. The mixer, not the mixer, I don't know how to make, what's the thing? The blender, okay? Telling the truth, the blender, you know, making a smoothie every day, so those things were right there. That really did help. We had to toast up there, I toast once a year.
Yeah, so you're getting that kind of space there with the toaster from that space.
Yeah.
Another visual is this is a pantry, and as you can see, I didn't use any specific containers. Like we didn't even buy anything. We used what they had, it can be cardboard, it doesn't need to be anything fancy, you know, but, you know, so on the right, you can tell where the cereal are, where the coffee is, the pasta, the drinks. On the left side, it might take you a little while to find it. It was very overwhelming for this family. She called me right before Thanksgiving, like, please, my family's coming, and somehow I've assisted that purpose here. So we were able to, a couple others, and she was like, really, really pleased.
I learned this because one of the points that I saw was like organize for yourself. So you're not organizing for architectural digest and for photo shoot. You're really organizing so you can as you said, you can simplify it and find that you're doing it for yourself.
Yes, no, definitely. Every client is different, every client is unique, and your needs are different than my needs or somebody else's needs. So, like, I want to know exactly what your routine, what triggers you, so I can help you, and or you organize it by yourself. You know, so you have to know what triggers you and what are your priorities there.
That looks so realistic. I'm really glad to see that picture.
Yeah, this is, I mean, like, there are these TV shows that make it look amazing and everything, and it's just fantastic, but sometimes it's not as realistic as they show. So our motto will be simple is better, definitely. The more simple, the easier it is to keep it organized, to just organize it, to keep it organized and continue that system throughout today's years.
I have a sister-in-law who for a while did some professional cleaning, and she said she said it's gonna have it become a habit. So before, I mean, you know, truth be told, y'all, the truth show, and I ain't cleaned the blinds in probably 5 years. And I think there was some things growing on there, but anyway, once I clean it, it's like now I just take the little hand thing and it takes me like 5 minutes to clean. Yeah, or before it literally took me like 5 hours to clean those blinds. I think you owe me some money, babe. So it was tedious, and it was, you know, I was a little embarrassed, and God, nobody was looking, but I was a little embarrassed at how much. I had not even thought about cleaning the blinds, you know?
But once you get into the habit, it's like, this is not right? So same with organizing, like once you come into the habit, you know, putting things away is, in the beginning might be hard because you're not used to it, but if you have a system that works for you, and then just come back to it, it gets easier all the time. This is another visual,
Does it look like that on the left? Is it just, anybody gonna tell the truth? It's all good, it's all good.
And it's okay if it does look like that, but, you know, if you think about it, I mean, what's less ahead, right? How long is it gonna take you to find something on the left side compared to
So let me push back. Is that realistic on the right? Is the actor, is that really the way that you live?
Yes.
Really? I mean, I mean you.
No. well, personally, yes. I mean, like, it doesn't show how anything on it. It's
but
just
it's sort of normal, you know. Would you want it to be that clean if that is your daily routine or whatever?
Yes, definitely. Because on the left side, nothing has a home. None of those items had a home. So they were just placed there because they didn't know where to put them.
Oh, okay.
So once you find, hey, let's find a place for the makeup, let's find a place for the hair ties, and then like all that got, you know, every single item had a home. So now they don't need to be on top of the dresser.
Okay. So things need a place. Then that's the point. Okay,
Yes.
that makes sense.
So what do we want to organize? Just a few reasons on why we want to organize. As we were talking about earlier, you know, we're talking about increasing productivity, improved performance, better mental health. You know, it helps you set better priorities. What do you want in life? Do you want to just be running around like a chicken, you know, or you want, you know what you want, your goals are set, you know, and having an organized space can help you have, you know, that prioritizing your goals.
the time management really kind of hits on too, because you say you're not spending that time looking for things, that you're really being a little bit more effective with your, or efficient with your own personal time.
Definitely, yes. And as we said, we saw in the pictures before, like, it can take you 10, 15 minutes to find one item, and to the right, you see it right away when you go to the closet.
Yeah.
Or the pantry, right? Greatest sense of control, I love that one, I'm kind of a control freak, so. Knowing where things are, knowing what to spend, knowing, if I call you right now, like, hey, or I'm going to your house, like, do you have a piece of tape, or a clip for my paper, or a stapler? Do you know where all those things are? Can you find them right away in your home?
I can't now, but before, yeah, they were a little bit everywhere.
Yeah, so like if they have a home, those that don't have a home within your house, if you need them, you can find them right away, right?
You don't have the kitchen drawer. It's the drawer with a little bit of everything in it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very common thing, and I gotta say, we don't have that in my house. We don't hold that kind of drawer. The drawers in the kitchen all have purpose.
You don't have a drawer with the scissors and the mustard pads.
We do
and the
not.
soy sauce. You should all have here.
If you work for my husband, definitely, but
In Spain, y'all may not have it, but in America, we have
very
it's
aware of
got
that.
ketchup, it's got 3-year-old soy sauce, the ketchup is turned around.
Definitely. Well, since in my home, everything has a place to be.
Okay.
We don't need to have that drawer, that ketchup drawer.
But the 3-year-old ketchup makes the best meat.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
flavor, just like, okay, all right. Let's go to the next slide. Make sure that we remember questions.
Yes. So this is another
Oh,
question.
wow.
Would you rather have this bedroom? Unfortunately, this was, a very specific situation for this family. Health issues, kids, anyways. It got very overwhelming for this family, and they called me a little bit desperate to like, please help us, and I was able to.
Oh, my. Was there a bed? Can you go back to before? Was there a bed in there before? There was a bed in there?
There is a bed. Oh, sorry. There you go.
Oh, I didn't even see the bed. Wow.
There was a bed there, but yeah, so that bedroom, got very overwhelming.
Oh, wow.
And, we were able to, throw away a lot of things too, because when you're not thinking about it, eventually, trash also comes in the way too, but we were able to throw away a lot of things, donate a lot of things, and they kept what they really wanted to have, in the house. And it's like, oh, I've been looking for this, that's a typical thing I kind of say, like, I didn't even know where this was, I've been looking for this, And once like they see it, like, well, we're not putting it here, and every time you need it, it's gonna be here.
That was, I think, one of the things that I would think is that, well, I need this. So Reverend Powell and I got a chance to talk to a group of Girl Scouts, and the thing that I was really proud of is that I still had my elder siblings, I still had their Girl Scout canteen. And so I have a place for it. Okay. I'm not getting rid of it, I have a place for it. But I did have to, in this cleaning process a few years ago, I did have to go through and kind of make some really hard determinations, because things that I thought were important, had some sense of value, they really weren't.
And
We're still one, and I still fight over a painting. Shall not be named, and said, he was like, well, they gave me this paint. I'm like, well, baby, really? I mean, it needs to go.
Well, when it's in a marriage or in a couple, and with kids, everybody has their own priorities, and it might not be the same, like, aligned to yours, but it's a matter of respecting each other, and what's important for you might not be important for him, and so on,
We still have the painting, but it ain't hanging up. I'm
Yeah.
just saying. But it is a compromise.
Yeah.
So when you're talking.
And also, over time, your priorities change. So like, maybe 2 years ago, you thought that specific item was important, and then like, you kind of grow out of it, and then like, you revisit that same item, like, don't need this anymore, and then you can get rid of it.
Is that, they say that thing and then we'll start to close? They say that if you haven't worn an item in 6 months or a year, then you should think about donating it or throwing it away or.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That will be very helpful to like keep things, keep the clutter out of the house too.
So that probably is a soup boy is holding on to you coming back around.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
Okay, I was asking.
Yeah.
You know, promise three, but no.
Yeah. Just to tell like everybody like what's the method of organizing, there's like several steps that you can go through to help you organize any space. So you define the purpose for the space, this is gonna be the pantry, right? I'm just gonna put in this area, and this was gonna be the pantry, this cabinet, right? And you define the purpose, then you empty the whole space. Everything, every single corner of it.
So it could be a space, so your pantry is normally say in your kitchen, but this could be a closet in a room too. You don't have to do the whole thing all at
Exactly,
once.
no, because that can be very overwhelming, so, do like a specific area in your house. You're like, I'm gonna define the purpose for this specific area, I'm gonna empty the whole thing. And then we're gonna categorize, right? Like, set it really, what's the goal for that space, right? Like, I'm gonna categorize whatever doesn't belong to this one,
Okay.
it should go somewhere else, right? And we're gonna categorize everything, we're gonna edit, right? We're gonna throw away some stuff, we're gonna donate some stuff. Yeah, that's important, because if you're gonna just put the same things in there, it's not gonna be very good.
So donate or keep or throw away.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then you're gonna create a system that works for you, right? So things that I'm gonna use every day, I'm gonna put it right here. Things that I need maybe once a week, I'm gonna put it right here. Things that I'm gonna use like Christmas stuff, right? We don't need Christmas stuff in our closet in the hallway, right? So we can put it somewhere else, right?
So say that again, things you're gonna use every day, put it here.
We put it the most accessible.
Okay, and then things you're gonna use.
Less often, less accessible, things that are like once a year or once every few months, definitely put outside.
That's a great tip. Okay.
And last will be to maintain the space. I mean, it's gonna take effort because you just created a new system, right? But little by little, if you make an effort to always put it away where it belongs, then it will never get crazy again. So.
And maintaining is also the cleaning part. So that's my marriage right here on that, so that you maintain, but then you also have to, it makes it easier to keep clean too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, this is another visual, this is a home office. That we ended up making a little nicer, and she wanted to have clients come to her house and have like consultations with them there. So she really needed a space where like it was very welcoming, but also functional for her daily work. So she still had the desk, she still, all her items that she needed for her everyday work, but then she added the couch, right? That's just like, hey, if you want people to come, you need to make, a nice space for somebody to like come and be comfortable. This is something like very personal, it's consultation, so that we need like a space for them to feel good and comfortable.
And to me, so there are, I said I like architecture values. So to me, it's like three things you're talking about. It's the organizing, but it's also cleaning, and then you can also look at decorating too.
Yes.
But if you don't even get to the cleaning and the organizing, you can't even get to the decorating.
Definitely
Because you
not.
can't see it.
Exactly. You might want to like add a plant and or a mirror and such to make it look pretty, but if the whole space is disorganized, doesn't matter how many plants you put in there, it's not gonna look good.
Like lipstick on pig, as somebody said.
Yes. And that will be it for me, and I'm open for questions.
Wow, okay, well, let me, I always like to ask this question, what book is on your bedside, or is your bedside table?
It is. Just a charger, that's it. But I do have several books that I love to read every once in a while, just like refresh ideas and such. I have Marie Kondo books. Yeah, she is fantastic. I love the simplicity of it, you know, and how she approaches things like in a very understanding way of like, I see you, I see, you know, your background, I see your feelings, and I can respect that. I also love Minimalist with Sarah Hill. She's very good too. And it helps, you know, see like what's really important for you to have these many things all the time.
Yeah. So Marie Kondo, the thing I like about her and her conversation is doesn't spark joy. That I really do love that, and that to me goes to the value. So if you're just holding on to something because the Jones have it, sorry Ty, because the Jones have it, and then you're doing it for somebody else, you're not doing it for yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know, whatever is valuable to you might not be valuable for me. So like it's about how you feel about those items, you know. Are they functional? Do I love them? You know, it can be functional, but then you don't like them. You know, a shirt that you just bought maybe, or somebody gave it to you or something, or it's you just sitting in your closet, but you don't absolutely love it. You're not gonna wear it.
That's as if you talked about what we do in this country, a lot of things, so it's on trend, or it's the latest fashion,
Or some
somebody
trees,
has
it's some tears, and then we
it's
just
on
go
clearance, yes, oh, yeah, that's an added, yeah, dirt cheap and messed up a lot.
Yes.
Okay, all right, well, please join me in thanking Macu Mateo.
Thank you.
Been very, very good, like I said, a personal organizing session, and they listened in. So we do want to open it up for Q&A. You got questions? This is free. I think she charges $12,000 an hour. I'm just saying. Angie, stand up so your voice carries.
Okay, well, yeah, it's gonna carry. So, thank you. We had the pleasure of talking before, and organizing is one of my passions. And so, I was with that little girl organizing my mom's wallet.
Oh, wow.
That meticulous, yeah. So my question for you as a birth doula with new moms, what is your number one, I guess, tip for new moms bringing home babies?
Okay,
So repeat the question for them.
okay, she's wondering what's the best advice for new moms, bringing home babies. So, as a mother of three, I know a thing or two about that too. But it's definitely simplicity, because they tell you you need these many things, you know, like buy the chair that does like this, now buy the rug clothes, so that like the blankets too, and we don't need that many things. Babies don't need that many things. Yes, you need a few clothes because, you know, there's liquids everywhere, so, but, you know, you don't need as many things as you need. And just like make it simple, it's a lot easier because it's gonna be a lot less stress for the mom. Because if you want to keep up with some amount of things, clean, organized, and still do motherhood, it's gonna be quite impossible, and you're gonna get more homework.
That's a great question, Angie, because that goes to buying for someone else. So you're buying these cute shoes for the baby who can't even walk, because you're trying to make them look cute.
Yes.
For this Instagram picture or for this.
Instead of buying cute shoes, buy your mom a massage station or something.
Or savings bond, I'm just saying.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Harry?
Yes, my question is, when you go into homes, I'm sure that sometimes there may be one partner that's more eager to have you organized than another. How do you work together with that family or with that couple to help them achieve the goal, but to do it in a way that maintains the harmony in the house as well?
Yeah.
Deep.
No, I love it because I haven't covered.
Repeat that question.
Yes, so,
Just to clarify, you say you're organized, you know,
so she's wondering, you know, if within a couple, they have like different rhythms when it comes to organizing, right? And yeah, that is completely possible. I mean, like in my own home, my husband is not as organized, let's just say that, as me. And you know, there's definitely compromise, we were saying earlier. But you know, sometimes I feel like I'm in the middle of it, you know, when I go and help them. But it's a lot of like, okay, what's your priority? What's your priority? Let's find a way to work with both of you, and also defining if it's just, you know, too crazy to combine both of them. It's just define spaces. So this is your space, and you can keep it as you want, you know, and then this is your other space, and you can keep it as you want, you know, and then the common areas, we're gonna try both of us to make the best of it. Yeah.
And couples therapy helps wonders too. I'm just saying. Any other questions? That's a really great question, because generally you're going into family situations, such a Brian, you're going into family situations or partners. It could be two roommates, it could be siblings, or it could be husband and wife.
And their kids as well, you know, like kids, sometimes they just take over the house, right? Toys everywhere, and
As we saw in that picture, that we didn't even know it was a bedroom.
exactly. So there was like a little bit of everything there, because we defined the purpose of the room, right? The room is supposed to be a place to unwind, simple, and, you know, not a headache, you know, as that one was.
Wow. Well, thank you. Well, if no more questions, then again, let's up Dan. Yeah.
Do you have any like apps or resources that you use? Like for me, I have a limited space, and you were saying like everything has its home and a few items that you only use maybe once a year, once a month. You should put in the back. Well, if I do that, then I won't use them. Like for example, filters I have to change. If I don't see it, I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
So that's what I'm asking. Is there like an app you can use for reminders or things like that, so you can put it away and not forget that you're supposed to be changing the filter versus going to the store and keep buying filters over and over and over again because you forgot you have it there?
Okay, so this is a great question as well, because a lot of people say, wait, I don't see it, you know, I don't know where it is. So she's wondering, like, if there's any way that an app or something that can help her remember where she put things, right?
Is it where you put things or the reminder to do things?
It's a reminder that you actually know you will buy it.
Oh, okay.
So when you have put something away, it means that you have determined that that's its home, right? So you can remember, you know, like I gave this space this purpose, right? And it can help a lot, like, okay, in this area, I have everything that comes to like filters or things for the house. So whenever you think like I need something for the house, I'm gonna go to that area, right? But instead of like having maybe filters here and then plugs here or extra light bulbs here, if you have all that, everything that has to be, you know, concerning the house in the same area, it will be a lot easier to find that specific item that you put away.
So that helped. That's funny you say that, Dan. I was trying to do the grocery shopping and needed some hydrogen peroxide, or so I thought. So I went and bought, you know, the bottle of, we had 6 bottles in the back, because I was very disorganized and didn't know they just kept getting pushed back and back and back. And so, yeah, so if you don't organize it, then you don't know what it is.
Yeah, during COVID, I had a client that had, after we organized, that client was the entire home, we organized the entire home. And we realized, or they realized, that they had over 20 bottles or packages of disinfecting wipes. And like, yeah, you need those.
So those were $1,000 each.
You need those, especially during COVID, like you need 20 of them, right? And then,
But if you don't know, if you're disorganized, like we were at the beginning there, and it was normal. This disorganization was normalized.
yeah, so they had wipes here, wipes there, and open packages everywhere. But when we put them all together, since it's just one category, they realize like, wow, we have 20. Like, I don't think we need more for a while, you know.
But that goes to your personal and perhaps even your business economy too, because you end up buying things that you don't need. And so I'm thinking you're running.
Oh, no, everything that we're saying about the home, this is 100% applicable for any business. Definitely.
Well, thank you again. Oh, Larry, okay, last question.
Do you, handle like, storage spaces? Like, my wife's clothes are at home and mine are conveniently located 9 miles down the road in life storage somewhere. So do you handle like external storage and consolidating all of those things back into?
Did you just
a
throw your
single
wife under
space?
the bus? No, that's the question.
I knew you were gonna tell me.
Ask her, no, you gonna ask the question on the air here.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you're wondering like, what's the use
That
of
sort of thing, yeah,
storage units,
Yeah.
what's to do with that, right?
exactly, yeah.
Okay, so I'm not a fan of storage units at all. I do not recommend to have storage units. I feel like that's throwing money in the garbage. Because if you have a storage unit, you're not using it. If you're not using it, why do you have it at all? If it's something that you treasure, why is it not in your home? So you can see it and you can use it, right?
Oh, that's some deep stuff right there. That's some deep. You just put like 3 storage units out of business for good. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Well, and that's kind of the simplicity of it, of living, it's made, we don't have that space, and we're not used to have extra storage, and we don't have garages to put things in. So,
Well, don't worry, our garages don't have cars in them either, so. Our garages have things.
exactly, so, the garage is supposed to be for the car, nobody does, our garage is full of things, right? So, it had a purpose, and then you made a storage unit, so no storage units, I don't think that should be a thing at all. If you have things there, think of why do you have them there, like what's the purpose of those things?
Yeah, it sounds like my wife wants it detached from me.
See, she didn't say nothing like that. We're not even gonna repeat that on the air, because I love me some Bridget. I'm liking you right now, but I'm gonna get you back to love.
Hey, but Larry, people clothes though,
But that is, and I think he makes a valid point about if it's not there, why, it's not right close to you, that accessibility, and are you gonna forget, kind of like Deanna's question, are you gonna forget that it's even there?
And that's what we were saying earlier, you don't see it, you might not ever use it, you forget about it, and you just pay a monthly fee there for the storage unit, like, for nothing.
And that could add up to thousands of dollars.
Oh,
You hear about that.
definitely.
What is the thing, I have, some reality thing that comes on where they're actually battling over the storage.
Storage wars.
Storage wars, yeah. We're actually battling over that, looking to get the Gucci suit out of Larry's closet that's gonna cost $3,000. That price.
It's not inside, so I can't wear it.
It's yeah. So you're spending money on things you can't even wear. Yeah. Wow. You're gonna have to come back next week for counseling. Next. Y'all, please join me again in thanking Macu Mateo. I do want to announce our upcoming guest for February 24th. We have Sydney King, who's the president of Commonwealth Bank. African-American owned bank over in Mobile, so coming next February. March is Maggie Tomlin Williams talking about marketing and branding, and then Reba Haskell in April. And then we're heading to July, which is our 10th year anniversary. So excited for 10 years. We're going to be celebrating with the Booker T. Washington high schoolers from the 1960s. Yeah, we got some Booker T.ers over here, Booker T's. Wildcat. Wow, get it right. All right, Wildcat. The 19 classes of 1960 and class of 1970, the one who celebrated 50 years, and when you're hoping to get, we'll make the announcement when we get the drum line here. He's already told me, we'll get the drum line right now. He said it's gonna be loud. I said it's 10 years, we like it loud. Yeah, we deserve loud. So thank y'all again. Thanks so much to the North for this beautiful Mardi Gras setup, and y'all enjoy the night.
Thank you too.
Oh, the drawing,
Oh, we got drawing, okay, uh-oh, we need the, 50/50. Give away some money here. Uh-oh, she's clapping for money. Somebody gonna win. How much do we have for? Oh, okay, okay, a lot of money over there.
oh, that ticket too.
Uh-oh, let's get the ticket in there. Get your ticket, uh-oh. That's a lot of tickets in there, nice. Who has it? Oh, my glasses, can you read without glasses?
So, last three, 4, 6, 3.
Last 3, 4, 6, 3, There's somebody in here now, somebody in here. All right, oh, Larry, yay! Oh, verify that.
That's a sign.
Oh, nice. Looks like 4, 6, 3. Yeah, come on up, Larry, come on up. How much did he win?
$20.
Nice, Reverend Powell, can you come on up here and get a picture, Mateo and Larry, come on up and get a picture here. You can bring the money up.
Put the money.
You can get the money to Larry, then we're gonna get a picture.
You think Robert got there?
No. I'm not shopping anymore according to Mateo. Thank you, got it.
It's yours.
Oh, nice. They say, "What are you, all right?" All right, well, y'all meet each other, make sure you get some good food, get some, good drinks and tea. And, come and meet Mateo. Macu.
Okay. I'll be right over there. Hey, Robin.
Oh, that was fun. I felt hard. Have a good night.